Hello again, everybody. Talking again about very recent computerized cars. We said one thing. We said before, here's the body control module. This was the power distribution board to give 12 volts to all the modules and the components. When we came over here, we said, this is the fuse, BCM 4, 5. And this one looks like it's 6, 3, 7, 2. These are the pins that it's connected to. There are pins and there are columns on these body control modules. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 fuses. Correct? Now we come over here to the actual BCM. This is the body control module for 2016. That's what we'll be talking about. So as you see over here, this is part of those fuses that I was just referring to. That fuse goes over here to pin 2 of this one. Another fuse goes to this one. There are 4 more 12-volt supplies going to this body control module. Remember, the body control module has many components in it. Might have other modules in it. Whatever is in it is not really a concern. Our concern is when we want to make sure it's working, I make sure and I measure 12 volts, make sure all these 12 volts are working. And what's the function of the body control module that we spoke about? First, we give the 12 volts, which is hot at all times. Then there's a ground over here. A ground this pin, a ground to this pin. So pin 1 is ground, pin 2 is the 12 volts. Pin 3 is the 12 volts, as you can see. Now we come to the ground, which is it tells you where the ground is. This is the junction. This is a splice which goes to a black and white wire. Dotted means it can or can't go to that, depending on the model and all these things. So therefore, if there is a ground to this point over here, it's over here, G302. So again, these 351, 2500 are the circuits where you could find it, the circuit number referring to, which is not really too important to us. However, what's important to us is the pins, the columns, the wire is important to us, the color of the wire. But remember, don't always assume that the color of the wire is what it says over here. Maybe it was replaced with a different color. You never know. So anyway, what is the function of it? We said it's function for accessories. For the accessories. Now, as you see over here, interior light system. So that means number 11, number 12 is for the dimmer switch signal and a 12-volt reference. Therefore, it has to do with the lights. Has to do with cruise control and exterior lights that we talked about. Has to do with interior lights that we talked about. Cruise control, exterior lights, instrument cluster system, wiper washer system, right? See all these things? Truck lights, headlights system. So if you have a problem with your headlights, could be the body control module. In Ford, sometimes they have problems with the LCM, which is the lighting control module. They have sometimes problems. People will, first thing they'll say is, oh, my lights don't work, it's the switch. Or it's a fuse. No, again, could be a module. So therefore, we also talked about data bus line, where the BCM speaks to the other modules. The other modules speak to this module. It's called serial data that we'll go into later. As you can see, there's high speed, low speed. There's GM land. There's a different kinds of speeds. Speaking to one model, speaking to other modules. At different rates, different speeds, different baud speeds, they call it. Anyway, as you can see, computer data line system. That is the communications of it. Again, commuter data lines over here also. High speed over here also. These pins. Over here. accessories, relay control, truck daylight. So this again is not for engine performance. This has to do with the accessories. Like we said before, if the ignition switch is turned on by this. Very important. If you haven't, like we said in the other video, if you have a no start, it could be the BCM is the problem. It could be the ECM is the problem. Not the starter, not the battery. Anyway, this is just an outline of what the body control module is. But remember, body control module and where it is, over here it says behind lower right side of dash. So therefore, remember one thing. Computerized cars, this is why I'm making a modern cars. I can make 1,000 videos on modern cars. However, one of two, there's another part of this also. That's why you see a dotted line. That means there's more and more pins. Could be 200 pins, whatever. These are in charge of the seatbelts, restraint systems, the lights, as you can see. So if you have a problem with your lights, you have to consider, again, a module, a computer module. This is the world of electronics now. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next video.